On reçoit aujourd'hui un invité du Canada. Il vient tourner avec nous, il vient de la part de Simo Chakawi. Je vais le rencontrer là tout de suite. Hey Robert, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry, I didn't see. I should have tested your number before I left, but.
3, 2, 1, go! I'm here at Monster Gym with my friend Robert. He's a BJJ blue belt from Canada and who's traveling around the world for BJJ. Robert, tell us more about yourself.
I'm 35. I've been traveling around the world now for 6 months. I started in Canada. I did 4 months across Canada, hitting 42 different gyms along the way. Flew over to London in the UK, traveled through there. It's been 2 months now going through Europe, and now I'm down here in Morocco. I've been training Jiu-Jitsu for 6 years.
Okay, nice.
I did martial arts growing up. I had a long time away from doing martial arts when I was in college. I joined the military. I was on course, and I saw that out in the east coast of Canada, in St. John's, Newfoundland, there was a club, so I decided it's the best time to get back into Jiu-Jitsu. And then when I was done, after 2 years of training with them out there, I then got closer to the other side of Canada, where it's kind of been my home now. Fierce Studio, Victoria, British Columbia, Coach Ari Nazan.
Okay.
He runs Submissions 101.
Okay.
YouTube channel, one of the first, if not the first, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu technique video channels.
Cool.
And our head black belt is Keith Owen, who was a third degree black belt under Pedro Sauer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And it's been great training under that group. Great guys. Ever since I've been with the military and moving around, I've got that travel bug and decided, I found out there's community about it, that of people that travel and train, and so I spent a few years planning it out, saving up, and hit the road, and I've been traveling around now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you travel around the world now?
I've always been fascinated with it. Ever since I was a kid, of seeing different styles of martial arts. there was a video game that came out, Street Fighter.
Yes.
And so that kind of started the craze of like, these are different fighters of different styles from around the world, and they had a cartoon series about that, about Ken and Ryu training, like traveling around the world to train to be the best fighter. Jean-Claude Van Damme had Bloodsport and The Quest, which are both, a tournament of different fighters of different styles from around the world. So, and there's very much growing up about that, having that conversation with friends about that style versus style, and if you could travel around the world, what would you train in? There was a woman from Canada that did a miniseries called Deadly Arts, where she did that. She actually spent, I believe, a week in different places. So she went to France and learned Savate, and she went to Japan, and she did Aikido and karate. And it's funny because you can tell the time of the era, because she went to Brazil, but she didn't do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and she didn't do Judo. She did Capoeira, right?
Okay,
which
nice.
is kind of weird because of the arts, Judo and Jiu-Jitsu were higher in Brazil, but
Yes.
at that time the spotlight was on Capoeira because it was a different art, right? Yeah, so things like that really got me interested in the idea of traveling. And then when I was traveling for work, and seeing that the different communities that are out there are very accepting, and that there are Christian Gilligart that started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Globetrotter. He did it years ago, made a book on it. From that, it's created this amazing community of people that help one another travel around the world. I realized, that's my proverbial home, I guess, family, right? All these cool people with the same interests, traveling around the world. I want to go out there and meet them, and I want to learn from everyone, and
Nice.
meet cool people like you. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, nice. Okay. What is BJJ for you?
For me, it's a way of life. It's a mentality. It's not just a sport or a martial art. You see the same mentalities of people when you go to different clubs from around the world, having the same respect, having the same interests. For me, growing up, I was Army base, but I was an artist. So I like to draw, and I like to do different things other than a lot of the kids there. I wasn't really great with team sports. Baseball, I can't catch a ball, I can't throw a ball. So can't be really good at baseball if you can't do that. Hockey, I'm Canadian and I can't skate. There's a lot of sports I tried and I was no good at them. But martial arts, I've always found a home on the mats, right? So growing up, I did Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and I did boxing and Muay Thai and other styles. I found Jiu-Jitsu, you can roll and you can have matches, you can train 3 hours a night every night of the week and be okay. You can't do that with a lot of the harder sports. You can only take so many throws in judo, you can only take so many punches and and Muay Thai and boxing, right? I kind of gradually gravitated to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It helped me when my low points in my life. It's helped me get through it. Dealing with all the stress, it's helped me get out of being just depressed. I was really depressed at one point, and realized all the guys at the clubs are very happy, and
like a therapy. BJJ is like a therapy.
And I was like, I want to do more of that. So I just went to the club more. And when you surround yourself with happy people and good people, you become happier. Your life becomes better, right? So Jiu-Jitsu is very much a way of life for me that I have I guess you could say it's my addiction, right? Like Anthony Bourdain, he goes on about Jiu-Jitsu being his addiction now because he's had past vices in his life, and he's got rid of those vices, and now just focuses on Jiu-Jitsu when he's traveling and he's doing his shows. He always looks for a place to train, and for me, it's kind of the same. I keep grounded in life, and I get a positive outlook because I'm able to get that physical work, I guess, that blow that steam off if I need to, or just be around, feed off the good vibes of being in Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Okay, nice. What's your impressions of Morocco?
I like it, actually. I was wondering because I've always had this idea of what Morocco was like, and I'm really excited to see when I visit Casablanca and Marrakesh. I've always had this idea of what Morocco would be like, because being over in Canada, all you really know of is everyone that's ever been here is like, well, it's not really Africa. Right? It's more European than African, and I'm like, well, I'll see. But I was thinking about this today actually when I was walking through Rabat. I'm by the market, and I see the market, and it's very much the old style, the old history of
construction.
The old buildings, the old market is very much traditional in its aspect. But then there's like a brand new streetcar that goes by, right? That's like top technology, and I'm like, wow, you can see keeping with the roots while still changing with the times. And everyone's been nice so far. My big fear was that no one would speak a lot of English. I only know a little French, and I didn't know if maybe that would be enough to get by. But everyone's been it's been very helpful. So I'm looking really forward to seeing. I've heard so much good things about Marrakesh, especially. I guess that's the big tourist attraction. But I've really liked. It's a beautiful place. So when I took the train I flew into Tangier, and then took the train down to Rabat. So it's about 4 hours, I think.
Yes.
You get to see the countryside when you're coming in, so it was nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was today's session, and what do you think about the class and about the level here?
Oh yeah, I thought the club was great. I didn't know what to expect, and I've kind of I'm hitting close to 100 clubs now that I've visited. I try to not guess anymore of what the club will be like, but I'm always curious. I'm always excited to see, meet a new club, meet new people, grow with new people, learn new techniques or little tips from of techniques that I've already been training in. Today it was it was a smaller class, newer students, which is great. I always love meeting people who are in those first few years of Jiu-Jitsu, because I've been doing it for 6 years now. When I was first starting those first couple of years, I went through a lot of stress, I think, because you gotta get that ego under, but you gotta also find that drive, right? And everyone here seemed to have already found that. Very, very cool, very chill, very helpful, family. And I find actually a smaller club is a lot more camaraderie, a lot more passion, I guess. Not to say that the big clubs out there, they don't have a passion, but it's very much more of a one-on-one training. So you really
More human.
Yeah, you really need to feed off each other and help each other out, right? So I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And a few of the guys today had different backgrounds, and that's always fun to roll with people like that, because it influences your game, right? So there was a guy today has a judo background.
Yes, Yassine.
And the newer guy who I was talking to him, he said he does Muay Thai.
Yes.
I thought he actually was a wrestler, because he was very good, especially he said this is his third class, I think, but he knows the clinch work very well. Yeah, and that was really cool, because I was trying to figure it out, and he can't be just his third class ever with martial arts, so what experience does he have, right? And that's always fun to see those kind of influences. I had a lot of fun today. Thanks for having me. That was great.
Thank you for your visit.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah.